Hello friends, this is the Prince of Macedon, and I'm making a commentary video for Rome Total War multiplayer. This is a Macedon versus Egypt battle. I'm in command of the Macedonians, and my opponent is Pontiac of the XIII-Gemina clan, in command of the Egyptians. We are fighting this battle in the Syrian Flats, which is obviously a desert map, and I am dedicating this battle in honor of Alexander the Great, who was born in 356 BC, July 20. And he was, as you know, my hero, and he's the whole reason why I started playing this game in the first place. Anyways, let's go look at Pontiac's army. He has 3 squadrons of heavy chariots and 2 squadrons of chariot archers. Then his infantry force consists of 4 units of Pharaoh's bowmen. Half of it is with his chariots, and the other half is on his right wing here. And they are being accompanied by 3 units of additional bowmen, just regular bowmen, and 3 units of desert axemen. So, as you can see, he divided his army into 2 wings there. They are spaced out really far from each other, but my opponent still can have the edge initially here, just because he has those chariot archers. And of course, as you know, the Egyptians are very strong in low denarii battles, this being a 12.5k denarii battle, but I like the challenge here. Alright, so I've got my archers duking it out with his chariot archers. My guys are getting shot at by his chariot archers, of course, but my Macedonians are sturdy and they love to fight, so they will not surrender at the very first sign of danger, unlike Darius. Okay, so this first few minutes of this battle will be the skirmishing here and getting our troops into position, and a Macedon versus Egypt battle will require a lot of micromanagement and a lot of organized troop maneuvers. So you have to be very much on top of your game if you're the Macedonians. Like, lots of fluid movement with your troops, but you gotta stay organized. Alright, so here's what's going on here. I am trying to wear out his chariot archers with a barrage of missiles. That'll put them into a Cantabrian circle, and hopefully that'll tire them. Over here, my opponent brought his Pharaoh's bowmen from his other wing, so he's trying to hit me from both sides, but I peeled off some of my archers to deal with them. But as you know, the Pharaoh's bowmen, they are elite units, so they have a range advantage over my regular archers. I could have brought Cretans, but I didn't want to spend too much money on archers. And right there is a squadron of my Greek cavalry. That is my token cavalry force. And I'm going to get my cavalry into position, not to attack his chariot archers, but to make him think I'm attacking his chariot archers. But I'm going to turn here and attack a new direction. Then I'm bringing up this meager unit of archers who are heavily depleted. But now I'm striking after my new objective here, and that is against his Pharaoh's bowmen, who are now unsupported. So now his Pharaoh's bowmen have to run backwards, because that's where his nearest support will be, and that's where his bowmen and desert axemen are. So his troops have to run as fast as they can, because I have my horses on them. And at the very beginning of the battle, his general was actually fighting with his heavy chariots. So in case you're wondering where his general's at, that's where they are. And I put my general with my royal pikes, because I thought that would be the safest place on the battlefield for my general. Against like chariot factions, I would never put my general with my cavalry, just because I know how vulnerable horses are against chariots. Alright, so he saved one of his bowmen there. And there's his axeman, so he scared off my cavalry, and he shot a lot of my horses up. Now I'm swinging my cavalry back here, and I'm going to attack this new target. These are more Pharaoh's bowmen. And seeing the danger, my opponent's bringing his heavy chariots in to assist from the other flank, and seeing that danger, I decided not to attack those Pharaoh's bowmen anymore. Alright, so this is just the opening phase of the skirmishing. Like, no actual, like, infantry versus infantry. so it's really just getting our troops into position and doing the foreplay with our missile units. As you can see, a lot of my dudes are out of position, or so it seems. Like when you're fighting against these chariot factions, or even against like horse archer factions, like typically your army it'll look very disorganized after the skirmish phase. At least for me. But you can still be organized while looking disorganized. It's really a frame of mind. Yeah, I'm bringing my archers back. I was chasing some of his dudes around, so now I'm trying to race him back. I was afraid that his desert axemen would chase my guys down, so I took him back. Alright, now I'm bringing up my royal pikes here. And I want to start this, the actual fight here. He's racing some of his units back here. His archers will run backwards automatically if they're in skirmish, but his desert axemen, he has to move them manually. And there's my general. I think it's the first time we see him in my video. But yes, he is in charge of the royal pikes. And those are some of his regular bowmen. They are running backwards. But I want to pick on his infantry, because that's where I see his danger being, where he's fragile. And here I cut up with his desert axemen. And I've got my cavalry coming into the fray now. And I'm going to cut right through his lines and go right for his archers. And I routed one of his desert axe units right there. Now I'm going after his bowmen and Pharaoh's bowmen with my cavalry. So I cut up with these dudes, luckily, and I see his chariots behind me, so I have to get out of there ASAP. And they're his heavy chariots, so I gotta get away. And here my opponent falls for my trap here. He runs right into my pikes. And that is a micro technique that I've developed. And once again he does it again right into my other set of royal pikes. Right there you can see one of his chariots running around my pikes. And there's some of my archers. They are actually routing, because my opponent got some good strikes on them. And there's the Egyptian general right there, trying to find some action for him. Right here you can see my archers. They're trying to get some kills on those chariots running away. They're trying to increase their kill ratio for the result screen. But look at this overhead. You can see just how widespread the action is. It's very, very widespread. Okay, so I am bringing up my royal pikes once more. Now I see his desert axemen making a stand here. So I'm going to accept these at battle terms. Because if anything, my infantry is better than his infantry. He might have the missile edge and the cavalry edge, but I do have the infantry edge here. And now we've got his units on all sides here. You can see one of my royal pikes went down his middle, so I split his infantry in half. And I'm going to use my cavalry to eliminate these little pockets of resistance from the Egyptians here. And there's his chariots. They are trying to assist his desert axemen, but now he's going to have a hard time assisting them, because this is more on Macedon's terms than Egypt's terms, fighting at melee range like this. But you do have to avoid confronting his chariots with your cavalry, because if you don't, your cavalry will die. And here, my archers, they claim the greatest trophy on the battlefield, the Egyptian general. And here, my archers, they celebrate for Alexander the Great and Greece. And with so many things happening on the battlefield at once, that's the kind of micro-mistake that happens in these kind of battles. And now you can see the battle's almost over here. These are his last proper troops. These are his desert axemen. And we're just going to encircle them. And at this point my opponent admits defeat. So, very good battle to my opponent Pontiac of the XIII-Gemina clan. And once again, happy birthday to Alexander the Great. He is my hero and one of the greatest conquerors known to man.